that's where we put our attention, because that's where the most, what should I say, the most change happens. That's where the action seems to be. And it's exactly the same thing, and I'm glad you brought this up. We're still having these lower waves. They're still there, like the rhythm section, but that's not where the action is. That's well, to some extent, that is where the action is. I mean, still there is some action in you may have the guitar may come in with a solo at some point, and so forth. But still, the song is what attracts the thing, and that's what happened now with the ninth wave. Started exactly with the earthquake in Japan, and so we are putting our attention mostly at those events that are dramatic and at the highest level, you might say, of change. And of course, as you're saying, we're feeling it on a personal level as well. And it's not just sort of physical events that are happening, but in the world of economy, I've heard people that are trying to follow the market and so forth in the face of these dramatic events. They say that there's never been as many cross currents in the world of economics as it is now. It's never been as difficult to sort of analyze intellectually, because we simply don't know what's coming next. All we can say is that we seems to be going into a state of chaos, and if you based on many prophetic traditions, it is from that state of chaos that a new world can be born. And that's the only way that a total transformation of our relationships can happen. But then all these cross currents, as the economists would talk about, they are operating also within us. We used to think that, okay, we'll just dance to the slow bass rhythm and so forth, and suddenly comes in this new rhythm, and we just can't just dance to that old rhythm. There is a new rhythm that pulls us in a different direction, and it just becomes tremendously important then for all of us to find some kind of divine guidance in the midst of this that will set us on a path that is right for ourselves, and not only for what is right for ourselves as individuals, but what serves the ultimate result of what on the external level will look like a lot of chaotic events, as far as I can tell.
Well, it does seem that as these frequencies come in, the higher frequencies are breaking up the old fixed static forms that are decaying and dying, and they have to be broken up for the new to occur. It's like a blackboard full of writing. You have to erase it all so you can start afresh. And there's another analogy I'm wondering about. Could these waves, since music and light play into this too, could they be comparable to missing harmonics? For instance, the octaves that have been missing in our evolution, and that as we get closer to having the full orchestra here showing up on Earth and all over our cosmos, meaning the creator or divine energy, that there will be more harmony that comes out of this destruction since it was missing before?
Yes, I agree with you. Or maybe I should make one qualification, so to speak. Missing, it might sound as that it's been something wrong. But it's meant, they were never meant to be here before, these frequencies. They are meant to come at this point. But otherwise, I perfectly agree with you. This is, I think, the ninth wave is different from all the lower waves, because this is the wave that the Creator has designed in order to create harmony. And it may not look like that to us, because we wanted to have our material, convenient, comfortable existence. But I don't think, but that existence has not been harmonious.
No.
And so now, as you're saying, this new frequency, it just tears it up, it shakes it up. And it's probably the first wave that I believe is truly designed in order to bring harmony, and to bring like it's like coming to the stable, the ninth wave of the ninth level of the pyramid. From there is nowhere to go, and we're not meant to go anything from that point. I think that's the level where harmony should rule.
Yeah.
And but the world is so off the mark in that regard. That it doesn't, I don't think anyone will find this time, what should I say, convenient or comfortable or something like that. We will all be called, and it's so important here to find the calling for each one of us to serve the bigger whole. Not just serve our own lives, but to serve the bigger whole, and sort of ask the divine, what am I supposed to do to have your plan manifest, rather than just sort of look at what we thought our lives were about and so forth.
Yes, I love what you say about this, because it's really about giving up our growing up and giving up our selfishness and the greed and the rest of it, and learning how to become of service to others, and that requires a leap into the collective consciousness and compassion and love for one another, which are other parts of ourselves. And we've been fragmented for so long that, a lot of people I know are asking questions about, well, should I invest in this, and what should I move here? Should I do this? Well, should I start a career? And I think you point out so clearly that this is a spiritual process of evolution, which is about awakening and not about saving the planet or saving our lives or our possessions. Would you want to elaborate on that just a bit?
No, well, I don't know if I have much to add.
Okay.
I agree with you.
Okay.
I agree with you, and I think the divine plan will serve those that serve the divine plan. And those that are looking, how can I put my money so that it's safe, will find that there won't be any safety in that sense.
Right.
Safety will be in the faith to the process, in the faith to the divine. That's that's the only safety, and is to serve that plan. And that the serving of the plan will look, I'm not saying that's the same for everyone. It's probably very different, but it has to come from that intent of serving the divine plan, I think, and not from anything else, because then we very easily will get sidetracked and not be able to surf the wave.
Another thing that you say, which I find it's very profound and very significant, is that this period of time is about shifting into from a society of domination and control to one in which no person or soul is over another.
Yep.
And that is something that we haven't ever experienced. We've been born into a system of basically enslavement and abuse, and so this is something that we're really not psychologically prepared to do. And yet, if it's part of the divine plan, it's going to happen regardless of who wants it to happen or who doesn't, and who has the most interest in holding it back.
Yeah, I think that is what is now happening, and it becomes very obvious in the Arabic world more than anywhere else at this moment. At the same time, as I do want to point out that people have, we have come to realize in general that we're all connected and so forth. But I think at this point we have to realize something more. We have to realize that the process that goes on in the Arabic world is the same process as we are in here. It's not just that we are connected, but we're part of the same process. And in the sense, they are in the forefront. There's a lot of aspects of the Islamic tradition that I may react to personally, the kind of cultural traditions and so forth. But at the same time, it is really ultimately the heart of Islam is the collective surrender to the divine. That's really what it means. And it's in there in the Quran, as you quoted, the idea that at the end of time, no soul shall control another soul. And so I think this is what we're seeing in that world. That's they're in for the freedom, you hear. They're really in for the freedom, and these guys who are jihadists and whatever, they're crazy outliers of the spectrum of people there. The real heart of the matter is they are tired of these monarchs, they're tired of these dictators, and they want freedom, and they don't want anybody else to dominate them. And that's part of this process of the ninth wave, because it's only if we get rid of, I don't know if that's the right word of it, but it's only if we can transcend this whole system of dominance or being dominated that our social relationships have been like, that we can truly surrender to the divine and follow this way.